and bring back to Nigeria. As you can see, Biafrans are not happy about the illegal detention. They are asking for unconditional release of their leader, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. As you can see, both Biafran women, men, children come out in mass to protest, to ask the federal government to allow the leader of the indigenous Biafra to go, just as Appeal Court and Federal High Court whom I have directed. As you can see, they are protesting. Hey. They are demanding for federal government to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU unconditionally, just like Appeal Court directed. They are saying no to illegal detention of their leader, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. That MAZI NNAMDI KANU must be released unconditionally because he committed no crime. They are using this medium to send message to other countries of the world to ask the federal government to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU, just like Appeal Court ordered them to do. As you can see, they come out in mass to protest. They are saying no to illegal detention of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. That MAZI NNAMDI KANU must be released unconditionally. That he committed no crime, just like Appeal Court and Federal High Court ordered for him to be released. But Biafran women, men, children, they join this protest. They come out in mass to say that federal government must release MAZI NNAMDI KANU, just like Appeal Court directed. MAZI NNAMDI KANU must be released unconditionally because he committed no crime. So we are asking federal government to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU, just like Appeal Court directed. This is what writers reporting to you live in Abia State. This is happening live at Abia State. Biafrans all over the country are protesting right now to demand the unconditional release of their leader, MAZI NNAMDI KANU, just as our Appeal Court directed. They are asking for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released. Now, MAZI NNAMDI KANU have been illegally detained since the Appeal Court and Federal High Court ordered for his unconditional release. Despite that, federal government are still detaining MAZI NNAMDI KANU illegally. So Biafrans all over the world are asking for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released, that he committed no crime. So you can see, as you can see, they are asking for no other thing than unconditional release of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. He committed no crime. He was kidnapped and brought back to Nigeria illegally. And Biafrans all over the world are asking for his unconditional release. He committed no crime. The Appeal Court gave the order for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released unconditionally. Still, the federal government is still detaining MAZI NNAMDI KANU illegally, despite his illegal adoption from Kenya back to Nigeria. So Biafrans all over the world are asking for his unconditional release. Look at our state. Nothing is happening here. Look at everywhere. Okay. Biafrans all over the world, you are watching IPOB protests in Abia State. They are demanding for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released unconditionally. He committed no crime and he must be released. Appeal Court gave the order that MAZI NNAMDI KANU should be released. Federal High Court Umuahia gave the order that MAZI NNAMDI KANU should be returned back to Kenya, where the federal government adopted him illegally. Despite the order, federal government failed to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU. And Biafrans are protesting, asking for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released. As you can see, they are asking for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released in a civil way. They are not violent. They are protesting. They are exercising their rights to protest. They are demanding for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released unconditionally. As you can see, they march out in thousands to demand for their leader to be released. This is Umuchukwu Writers reporting to you live in Abia State. This is happening live in Abia State. Biafrans come out in thousands to protest against the illegal detention of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Record the federal government that Appeal Court gave order for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released unconditionally. Despite that, Nigerian government is holding MAZI NNAMDI KANU illegally. So Biafrans are exercising their right to see, are exercising their right in civil manner to protest for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released. What's up? This is happening live in Abia State. Biafrans come out in mass to protest against the illegal detention of MAZI NNAMDI KANU despite Appeal Court and Federal High Court order. They are using their right to protest to demand MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released. As you can see, both Biafran women, men, children, they come out in mass to protest against the illegal detention of their leader MAZI NNAMDI KANU. This is happening live in Abia State, as you all can see. Yeah, this is Umuchukwu writers reporting to you live in Abia State. Stay tuned as we bring you updates on how the protest is going.
If you're a profitable trader and you're consistently making money, just skip this ad because you're not going to be interested in me showing you how.
As you are watching live, make sure that we are sharing the video worldwide. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me, can cross. Excuse me. We are They are seeing it. This is happening live in Abia State. Biafrans are marching in thousands to protest against the illegal detention of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, whom the Appeal Court and Federal High Court gave the federal government order to release him unconditionally. Despite that, the federal government is still holding MAZI NNAMDI KANU illegally. And Biafrans are exercising their right to protest, to demand the release of their leader, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. We are reaching you live at Abia State. Sorry. Biafrans are not demanding for other things. They are only demanding for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released unconditionally, as the Appeal Court and Federal High Court ordered. As you can see, Biafrans come out in mass to protest, to demand for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released unconditionally. Yeah, it's happening live in Abia State. Biafrans all over the world are demanding for a simple thing, for MAZI NNAMDI KANU to be released unconditionally. The appeal court have ordered the federal government to release him. The Federal High Court, Umuahia, have also asked the federal government to return MAZI NNAMDI KANU to Kenya, where they adopted him from. Despite this order, federal government failed to release MAZI NNAMDI KANU. As you can see, Biafrans are